I got another idea. What if Frontier Airlines had pay toilets on their planes? I'm thinking there's an idea here because the thing that's a video I guess I could make. I'm thinking that maybe that I could do a faux Frontier commercial. Wear a flight attendant outfit or a spokesman for coat and tie, talking about the new pay toilets on Frontier, because I think that's it's probably where I'm going. It's where they're going. No pun intended. So the thing is that I would gather that because you see Frontier Airlines nickels and dimes and everything. I mean, they've got really cheap fares to begin with, but it's kind of like buying a tire. Oh, you want tires? I mean, excuse me, it's like buying a car. Oh, you want tires? Well, that's going to be extra. You want a steering wheel? That's extra. So it's like really, there's a lot of things that you have to end up, it's an a la carte approach. So if you're willing to go on the cheap, now when you're younger, you're willing to go on the cheap because, you haven't experienced enough discomfort compared to somebody who's 60 or in their 60s like I am. So as you get older, you get less tolerant of being uncomfortable. So I'm thinking that maybe what's going to be next there are pay toilets, and that is that what they would do is one thing of that in my video I could make is that you swipe your card. You need to go to the bathroom. You go up there. It's you're already given your credit card for drinks and snacks and who knows what else. So I'm thinking that maybe you could present a credit card. They have a strip that you can run it through, or touchless, which is really what you want to do when you go into a airplane restroom, is not touch anything. And so maybe you could run a strip through it. But then what if your credit card is denied and you need to use the bathroom? I mean, are they going to give you a free alternative of an air sickness bag? Well, that only holds so much. And then where are you going to go? So then I'm thinking that, what they could do is you could have a deposit. Not the deposit in the bathroom, but a credit card deposit. You could put, $50. Frontier could say, okay, what we're going to do is that we're going to issue tokens, toilet tokens, because you really can't, they probably wanted the credit card thing because I don't think Frontier Airlines would want to use a coin-based pay toilet, because, what do you do if you don't have the exact change, and coins add weight, and they're going to charge you for the extra weight, and is your flight attendant going to make change for you, I really got to go, and so I don't think the coin route is the way. So it's going to be credit card. But then what if your credit card gets denied? So I think what they'll end up doing is they'll put it on. You'll end up putting a deposit on your Frontier account, and you can use it for anything, for alcohol, for chips, and for pay toilets. So of course that brings up the thing. Well, what if how are they going to make the connection between your deposit on your account? And so that has its own challenges. They could issue a card, and then what happens if you lose your card? I lost my pay toilet card. So, or maybe you wear a necklace, or maybe a brain implant could possibly. Perhaps Frontier would suggest that you put in an earpiece or something surgically implanted in your brain, and you could just tilt your head to let you enter the bathroom. So I think really that this is an opportunity, a financial opportunity for Frontier Airlines, that they're charging for so much. I think what's next are pay toilets, and it's I think a great option for them, not so much for us. And then how do they charge? Is it a base rate? Is what I'm thinking. Each visit it costs $5, or does it matter what you're doing in there? Could it be? What if you're just wanting to wash your hands? Or is that washing your hands? Is that something extra? You're using soap and water and a towel, a paper towel. Well, that's going to cost you extra. And then what if whatever you're doing, are you going to be doing it standing up or sitting down? That could be discriminatory in a variety of ways, and people will perhaps try to game the system and take a cheaper approach, which I don't want to go to. So it'd be interesting about what they do, and maybe ultimately what they might want to do is have one have a preferred pay toilet, like in first class. And whereas that's part of your first class ticket is that you get free access to the toilet. Everybody else has to use the back toilets. They're free, but so there's some type of preferential treatment when it comes to toilets. And that's basically it. So that's my idea. Who knows? I think that's where we're going. No pun intended.